Oh, here we go. Ethane, Tulsa. That's more like it. We'll take it. Yeah, I was saying in the last episode that with Oklahoma, if you haven't been playing the game for a while or haven't finished like older areas, then yeah, you'd wait. It feels a little bit disproportionately priced on release, given that it only adds 10 cities on the top of Texas. Because I'm sure it costs more than like half of what Texas cost, for example. And Texas was a little bit of a more expensive DLC, but rightfully so, because it was a big area.
Turn right.
And they've been making additional updates to it too, which is cool. But for this one, feels just, yeah, I think you'd wait. I haven't, obviously. I'm fine with jumping straight on in. I'm going to get plenty of entertainment value out of it straight away. Basically, when these DLCs come out is the main reason I jump back into playing the game. So, you know, I may as well. I'll keep fueling the addiction. I do want to jump back in and explore more of the old areas as well, but it is a good excuse for me to jump back into this rather than playing Power Wash Simulator, for example. ASMR, 2 types of responses: calming, present feeling, and then sleep. I kind of don't get ASMR, to be fair. I've never quite understood the thing. Like, I understand liking the idea of listening to ambient sounds and stuff. I prefer it if there's some music involved, rather than just noises. There's a lot of just menial noises that just set my teeth on edge.
Turn left.
At our last house, we had a tin roof, like corrugated iron roof. And whenever it was raining, it was a pain in the ass to try and sleep. And when I'd say that to some people, I say, oh, that sounds so relaxing. It's like, no, it's fucking not. When it's 2 AM and it's stormy and all you hear is this like loud static noise, you can't sleep. It's not calming. I just found it so irritating. Mainly, like, if it's a steady thrum, sure. You know, like having a fan going or something. Or just a steady drizzle. Sure, I guess it's just a constant tone. But it never is it? The rain comes and goes, the intensity builds and then slackens off. Sometimes the intensity will just ramp up and really suddenly. The wind will pick up and start whipping around. It's never relaxing. Storms are not relaxing. I do not understand anyone who says that they are. Seems most of your questions are about the country you live in and not the game. That's perfectly fair enough. I have no issue about that.
Turn left.
I mean, we know the game, right? The game is a pretty known quantity. New Zealand drives on the left. So driving in this game is the opposite to what I would do in real life. I don't drive in real life, so it's not a big deal for me.
Go straight.
I've driven on the right so much in this and an ETS that it feels weird that when an ETS I go into the Britain and I'm driving on the left. It actually feels weird. So, it's not a good omen for when I actually do want to get my license properly. Most of the Commonwealth drives on the left? Yeah. Canada chooses to drive on the right instead. That's because America is next door, and if you've got a land border with a larger country that drives on the right, you may as well drive on the right. And I mean, you say most of the Commonwealth. I think most of the Commonwealth, I feel most of the world drives on the right. Britain is on the left. Australia is on the left. New Zealand is on the left. Japan, interestingly, is on the left. Most of the rest of the world I feel is on the right. Like in terms of Commonwealth nations, you got India, who kind of drive anywhere on the road. I don't actually know what legal side of the road is what you are meant to drive on in India. I don't know if they drive left, right, middle, sideways, I've seen on footage, so I'm not sure. Japan's like the only non-Commonwealth who drives on the left. Yeah, pretty much, I feel. And it's kind of interesting because post World War II, there was like American occupation in Japan, I thought, so I really would have expected them to pick up driving on the right. But for whatever reason, they did not. Which is great for domestic car markets in Australia and New Zealand, because Japanese cars coming over here have always been cheaper to import, because you don't need to convert them. It's great.
Keep left.
If you had a left to right hand drive, or other way around, if you had a drive side conversion to worry about on top of all the other import costs, that would be a pain. That said, Hyundais and stuff from Korea are really cheap these days. They clearly just make them to be able to be easily swapped over or whatever anyway. Also these days, you can probably, I don't even know, do they use mechanical steering linkages anymore, or is it all just like electronic basically? I'd assume it's still largely mechanical, so that's where it is relevant, but you know, it's just going through gears and stuff, right? So, but yeah, very handy. Means that if we want to go somewhere, like if we wanted to go to Japan and rent a car or something, it'd be so much easier to acclimatize to. That said, if we were to go to Japan, I don't think we'd bother renting a car, because the transport over there is so much better anyway. We'd just take the train or the bus or something like that. Their long distance train network's really good. I've invested a lot in it. It's probably not cheap because of that, but I'm more than willing to pay for something that's good. Legally, India drives on the left. Apparently Malta and Cyprus drive on the left. Yeah. And Ireland does, yes. I mean, Ireland, you know, that's a contentious point, but... It wasn't so much Commonwealth as it was part of the, like, Great Britain at whatever point, United Kingdom, but yeah. I mean, if they wanted to really screw things up, they'd go, yeah, you know what, we're going to start driving on the right, have fun at the border. That would just add another layer of headaches on top of everything else. And yeah, Malta and Cyprus, I think, were both British colonies at one point or another. Or at least had quite a presence anyway. Most of the Commonwealth Island didn't want to be related to Britain. Well, yeah. Britain is wrong. England... yeah, definitely. Britain technically is the island that includes Scotland, and Ireland and Scotland tend not to have too much beef. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why the monarchy in England really had it in for the Irish at one point. Who knows? The way that people have treated each other over the years is often baffling belief, but who knows? Some sort of inferiority complex, probably. I don't know. They make better beer than us. We have to mistreat them. I don't know. Northern Ireland is still... No, Northern Ireland is part of United Kingdom. The Great Britain, I'm fairly sure, is just the singular island. The British Isles is all of them. It's kind of political versus geographical delineation. Yeah, I think they were just jealous of Guinness. Yeah, it's understandable. Overreacted slightly. I've always been surprised that Ireland isn't a big vodka producing nation given their predilection for potatoes. But do good whiskey though. Realize we should be in scenic mode. Feels like we're carrying a giant torpedo. This seems safe. I mean, it is ethane, so, you know, it's not. Special delivery, please don't make it a fireball. I just realized that I was meant to go north out of Idabel and I didn't because I'm an idiot. I just blindly followed the GPS like a fool. Never mind. We've got some country roads to explore later. Henrietta.
Keep left.
That's a town? Alright. I've only seen Henrietta spelt with an I, not a Y. Interesting. Map nerd. Yeah, Great Britain is the island. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Is Northern Ireland is not part of Great Britain because it's not the island. But Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom. For now. I doubt that'll change anytime soon. The whole Brexit thing put a little bit of a conversation on the table again, but I mean, if that wasn't going to do it.
Go straight.
It's one of those things that unless the government is drastically different from one side of a border to another, it's not a huge motivation to mess about with things. And these days, generally, governments are all equally crap, so as long as you're not in the places that are having coups. According to most maps, they consider Northern Ireland part of the... Well, they're wrong, aren't they? A lot of maps are centered on America, too. You know. You get some maps that don't even have New Zealand on them. Not that I can blame them, but...
Keep left.
Alright, we are entering Tulsa. What's that song about Tulsa? I can't remember. It's however many miles from Tulsa or something.
Keep right, and then exit right.
3 out of 10 for the Sooner State. And there is a viewpoint.
Exit right.
There is also a garage. We will do those, and a photo op. We can do the photo op on the way, actually. But the viewpoint in the garage we can do after we drop the loader.
Turn left.
Be a good closeout for this delivery.
Keep left, and then turn left.
So what's this picture of? Stadium looks like? Something like that.
Turn left.
Photo studio. Turn around. Ah, Tulsa University. Very well. Well, it's not going to be a very flattering shot with the traffic lights in there. Maybe if we zoom, can we get past the traffic lights? Yeah, kind of. And maybe... I don't really care about that building over the far side there. Go a little bit wider. There we go. Just to get some of the foreground plants. What about the big industrial building off to the right though? So maybe we tighten it up a bit more. We just do that second row of plants instead. That works. Right, focusing strength. Always have to turn that damn thing down. Saturation, we're oversaturated, whatever. What sort of weather do we want? Clear blue skies? Sure. You know what, maybe this one we take in like a midday or something instead. I don't like how those shadows look. Why do I have such feathery shadows? I must really have to check my settings again. I shouldn't have to make those compromises anymore. Maybe we do take it around towards sunset instead. Maybe evening. Probably put it back to what it was in the first place, to be honest. There we go. Nice. Well, that's the university. Had to remember that I was still doing like 30 k's an hour. Miles an hour.
Keep left.
A railroad. Ooh. Please no train, please no train, please no train. Please no train. God, 2
Go
lots.
straight.
That could be annoying. Notice there hasn't been any service stations around. I need to repair my truck.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay.
Turn right, and then continue straight.
You say that, but
Go straight.
I actually just want to turn right and check in.
We're here.
Alright.
On time.
Oh, at least this one's relatively easy. Just throw that trailer in a circle. Oh, another one down. 3 from 10. There we are. Excellent. Party time. All of the good stuff. 3 out of 10. Now, before we go... Well, I guess we can check the markets regardless. So I want to do the viewpoint and stuff. Oklahoma City is the next nearest thing to go to. Ardmore, on the other hand, has been a bit tricky to try and find a delivery to. That means we're going through Oklahoma City to get there, though? Actually, that's a good point. Oklahoma City is not even 100 miles away, so it is not worth my time. They need to be at least 100 miles in order to qualify. So if that's not 100 miles, neither would that be, so I want to go to Ardmore first, and then maybe Lawton. I'm going to have to come to Oklahoma City from a weird angle, I think. Okay, well, so we'll begin delivery. That means it's actually from where I am, I think? So that's kind of handy. So I guess we'll take the trailer to the viewpoint and stuff, that's fine.
Come on, there's a job to do.
Which one is it? Yeah, okay, so I've got to go around the back to pick up the trailer, which is kind of annoying. Do they not have the trailers facing out? Seems weird, but alright. We'll go with it.
Okay, here we go. Please make a U-turn when possible.
Maybe. He's being so pushy today. I think we're meant to go this way. That or we were meant to come in this way. I'm not entirely sure which. This feels like the exit.
Turn left.
No. Why would I turn left? I want to go straight through. Poor confused girl. Seriously? I was going to be able to just tailgate on the guy who just went through. How demanding. Alright, somewhere to repair would be really nice.
Go straight. Okay, let's find a new route.
Let's get the garage so that it's even quicker to come back here if we need to.
Recomputing.
Sure, engine malfunction too. That's also fine. By the garage. There we go. Back. Back in the day, the GPS would ask you to make a U-turn on the interstate. It probably still would. If I took the wrong turning in the right way, it probably still would.
Turn right.
No, I'm going to the viewpoint. You can't stop me.
I'll find a new route.
Will you now? Alright, engine off, and enjoy the view. Can do. 2 out of 10. Tulsa. It's just Tulsa. Why does my trailer look like it's breaking in the middle? Oh god, we just had to get it when a train's going through, eh? I guess that's appropriate. There's the university. Yeah, drinks break after this one. Take a U-turn, mounts a car, and uses a ramp to ramp the median. Yeah? If you could turn damage off, I'd do that. Cocktail bar, now you're talking. Oh, Route 66 goes through here. Interesting. Okay. So, what's the best way out of here? We can't really do anything exciting with this route, I don't think. We're pretty much just beholden to go where it tells me to, I think. So this one's going to be a little bit on the boring side because it's just going to be interstate driving, looks like. Hope you're able to drive Route 66 in ATS. Yeah, I don't think the whole thing will be available, but someone might mod it in.
Turn left.
I'm fairly sure parts of the road are just derelict these days.
Get ready to turn right.
Or like repurposed or realigned. I think the original Route 66.
Turn
I think
right.
there's parts of it that you just wouldn't go on anymore.
Get ready to turn left.
But that's kind of fun because you can just
Turn left.
hit up the interesting bits and ignore the boring bits. Skip past them on the freeway. The Oregon Trail, just don't catch dysentery.
Keep left, and then turn left.
It's a lot of lefts. What am I doing?
Turn left.
Turning left, okay. Turning left but keeping right. Okay. This is a weird way to get onto the freeway when I was just on the other side of the road already. Like, there's the garage over there. Why couldn't I just drive up the hill from down there up to this road? Whatever. Some road design decisions, I swear.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Well, we're actually getting close to sleepy time. 2 hour 37
Exit
to
right.
delivery, and only 2 hours on the clock for resting. Interesting. Well, we can speed for a bit. So we're going faster than we're meant to through here, so that's fine. So that'll help the estimate. Sunset, glorious sunset. With the reflections off the trailer, beautiful. I can use the trailer as a rear view mirror when I have the camera on an angle like this. That's fantastic. It's very useful. So is there anyone behind me? No. Road's clear. Perfect. Ah, see now the actual speed limit's 75, so that's not so good on the estimate. Yeah, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left. What do you want from me? I love the toll booths where I don't have to stop. Thank you for using the Turner Turnpike. Oh, that's why it had me turning so much. Proudly sponsored by Tina. Let's enjoy the sunset.
Keep right.
Interesting. The left is a turn-off to the services. I guess that makes actual perfect sense. Have the services in the middle of the motorway. Don't have one either side, have it in the middle. Then you can access it from both sides. I like that. Why don't they do that more often? I guess you can't really expand it though. I must have fuel consumption, like realistic fuel consumption turned off or
Keep
something.
left, and then keep left.
Oh, that was another toll. I thought it was just a gantry, but apparently that was another toll booth. Alright. Cool. You don't need to stop for a toll, you just might get some damage, yeah. Hey, check out my stripy new grill. I don't know, those barrier arms are actually pretty solid, even in real life.
Keep left.
Keep left, but it looks like I want to turn. Oh, the whole road turns? Okay. I need to zoom in now. Make sure that I'm going the right way. At least have it on. There we go. That was a viewpoint and a service station though, which I kind of want to use. Now, interestingly, I bet I'll jinx it, but I haven't discovered Oklahoma City yet by driving through on the road, which is good. Because I had a bad habit in Texas. Some of the cities you just drive past on the freeway and it would go, oh, you've discovered such and such. It's like, oh, I bloody haven't.
Keep
I haven't
left.
visited here yet. So I'm glad that they haven't here because I want it to show up that I haven't visited Oklahoma City because it reminds me that I still need to take a delivery there as part of the challenge. So it's good to have. Interesting, it's a photo opportunity that way. A notable turnpike, I guess. Well, maybe we'll come into Oklahoma City from the west at some point, and we can take that one off. For now, we are going south. It has gotten dark very quickly.
Keep left.
The time compression in the game always sneaks up on me. Wyoming has a middle service system in case you never saw it. I probably saw it. I probably appreciated it. I've also definitely forgotten it. Oh, for crying out loud, now it says Oklahoma City discovered as I'm leaving the city and I'm still on the freeway. I knew I'd spoken too soon. Yeah, Wyoming was a while ago, I feel. That's an older expansion. It's no way I remember anything from that. Or was it more recent? I can't remember. When was Wyoming? What year is it? Who am I? I don't know. I can guarantee a lot has happened since then. Why is my indicator on? Next to a gas station the other day, we were walking outside, it was midnight. I was walking home, turned around because you heard a noise. Some guy drove off with the pump still in his car. Yeah. Yeah. How do people do that? I don't know. But, yeah. People manage. I'm sorry, if you can't figure out how to disconnect the petrol pump, maybe you shouldn't be driving. Mid Montana? Either way, Either way, Texas was definitely the last one I was driving, and I'm fairly sure. I don't know, but it's been a while since I've played regardless, so... Oh, we got that creepy music for driving at night. Perfect. Unfortunately, we don't get to appreciate much of the scenery through here, because it's nighttime. May as well just go back in the cab. Maybe we'll get to come this way to go to our next delivery, though. We are at least almost to our destination, so we'll be heading into Ardmore. Fun fact, there's a suburb in Auckland called Ardmore that's not far from where I used to live. There's a little airfield there and everything. There's also an Ardmore on the south coast of Ireland that we went to when we were over there years ago. There's a really scenic round tower that overlooks the ocean. Very nice.
Right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Ardmore discovered. So 5 out of 10 on the cities discovered. Unfortunately, only 4 out of 10 rather on the deliveries, because we have not delivered to Oklahoma City.
And then turn left.
But never mind. I'm not bitter. Much. Okay, there's a truck dealer here. So we can finally repair our truck and then immediately damage it again, probably. This is our want. Kinda hope it's a Volvo dealer, so I can just get a new truck again.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Can't help but feel the Western Star is a little bit slow on the turning sometimes. No, it's a Kenworth. Never mind. I don't have the new Kenworth decorations DLC that they dropped. I kind of am curious to see if there's anything in it that might be relevant for a speedrun, such as are there different wheel options, but I doubt it. Okay, it's a 90. Why? Is it really that difficult? I guess it's pretty tight in here, because I need to turn around, but... Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to turn around there. So I am going to have to reverse it all the way in, past the truck and everything, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we'll turn around here instead, I guess. So again, the turning circle on this cab is abysmal. Well, at least its tires there, so... Just gonna mildly jackknife. Alright. So now we've got to squeak it past the front of that truck. Basically I want to aim at the other truck, the truck cab that's parked up over there, and then turn it in. Okay, we got a little bit too close to that truck. Let's try turning in from here, shall we? I forgot how long this trailer is. It's very deceptive, because it like bulges in the middle, so you kind of lose track of where the end of it is. It's a bit annoying. At least the last one, the ethane one, was like a big torpedo. It was consistent the whole length. This one is not. We have slightly the wrong angle, of course. There we go. Still felt easier than some of the 40s that I've been doing. But... Repairs truck, T-Bone's car on the turn out of the repair truck. Yeah, I've never done that before. Totally never done that before.